Alright, now what I've done here is I've hit F12 on my keyboard. I've backed out of what I've done because I want to show you yet another way to remove unwanted objects from your photographs. So this time we're going to use something called the patch tool. He's hidden underneath our group of retouching tools. There he is right there. And this guy's going to do something very similar to what we just did with the lasso tool. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit on our image here. And what we would do with this guy is simply drag out a selection around the offending object here, our nasty yellow sign here in the middle of the forest. Drag out a selection there. And then all I'm going to do is I'm simply going to click and drag inside this selection. Isn't that weird? The selection becomes like a window that I can use to reposition another piece of the photo inside of. Isn't that neat? So maybe I might wind up with something about like that. I'm being careful to sort of match up my tree trunk there. I'll deselect here just by hitting Command D on the Mac, of course Control D on the Windows side, zoom out just a little bit, and that is looking great. Okay, so what else do we have at our disposal here inside Photoshop for retouching our photos? Well, the next tool that I want to show you is something called the Healing Brush tool. So I'm going to go back to the image that we started with. Remember that red eye image that we had? I just hit Command tilde there on the Mac side, or Control Tab on the Windows side. And you'll find your Healing Brush tool again underneath that same group of tools. There he is right there. Looks like a little band-aid there. Grab that guy. This guy's sort of a softer version of that clone stamp tool that we were looking at. He'll produce much softer effects here, but he works in a very similar way. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and remove some of the redness out of this young fella's cheeks. Now, who would want to do that? Well, only me, because I need a good example of showing you how this tool would actually work. So what I would do here is I would simply hold down the Option key or Alt on the Windows side. I'm going to sample some color out of this guy's forehead here. So I'll just single click there. That samples that spot. I'll bring my tool down, and now I can just click and drag right on his cheek there. Let go, and see how things kind of blend in there? Now I caught a piece of his eyebrow there, so I better undo that. I better give that another shot here. I'll Option click here one more time, or Alt click on the Windows side. Drag down just a little bit. See what's happening? See how it blends the colors in there? And again, I got a little piece of his eyebrow. Boy, I'm not having much luck here. Let's try this one more time here. The other thing that you can do as well is I could go in bits and pieces. I could click and drag, stop, click and drag, stop, that sort of thing. See how everything's blending together there? I'll do the same thing on his other cheek. I'll sample from his forehead, drag down, let go, let it recover, drag down, let it recover. Got just a bit of his eyebrow there. I better undo that last one. There, something like that. So definitely keep the Healing Brush tool in mind, especially when that clone stamp tool is producing harsh results and you're getting that patterning inside your image.